Hello, everybody. Pop culture curator here. So good to see you. We are back on another Monday evening, and which means we are back for another episode of the classic series Lost in Space. I'm so good to see you all, and I'm so happy to see you all, and I'm so happy to be here. I want to say hello, first of all, to my fellow panel members. Gorillas, Brandon Thoughts, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right there. Just
Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's so good to see you. I know you had a long weekend.
oh yeah. Oh.
And Stone Racket, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine. I definitely didn't have as exciting a weekend as Gorilla did, so I'm all rested up and ready to discuss this exciting episode of Lost in Space. Which just keep repeating to yourself, everyone. This particular episode was written by Carrie Wilbur, the same writer who gave us Space Seed for first season of Star Trek.
Yes, believe it or not, everyone.
Yeah,
You
believe
never
it or
know.
not.
Right. And my good friend PvP, Pleasant Valley Picker, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, Pop. Doing okay. Interesting episode. I did not realize that it was written by Carrie Wilbur, the role of Space Seed, but it is kind of hard to believe, isn't it? I won't say much more at this point, but oh boy, it
Well,
was
I,
unusual episode.
yeah, I think we might be able to safely say that this is the Carrie Wilbur with very little rewriting, and Space Seed is Carrie Wilbur with a lot of rewriting by Gene L. Kuhn and Dorothy Fontana and Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, gee. Well, that explains it then. That explains everything then. Yeah,
Perhaps
that
you're
makes
right. I
sense now.
think so.
Yeah, what probably wasn't much of Carrie left by the time they rewrote the screenplay for
Yeah,
Space
it's
Seed.
it I it unless we have all the different drafts in front of us, it's going to be really hard to, well, it'll be impossible to really tell. We
Yeah,
have all the drafts of Space Seed,
I'd still be willing to bet though that it
yeah,
was more Gino Kuhn and DC Fontana,
yeah,
especially that probably got that episode into
hammering it
quality
into shape.
into
Yeah,
quality
because
territory.
there's so many great lines in that script. It's
Yeah.
just just really solid teleplay, of course, for that classic episode.
Right.
But this one, not so much. But I mean, looking at it again earlier today and reading the Lost in Space book by Mark Cushman, I mean, you can see where they wanted to go with this. You can see some things there, but it's just the execution and some of the other dialogue just kind of sabotages the what they wanted to get across. It's a tough one.
It is a tough one. Yeah. I've been kind of looking forward to this one though, since we started season two, because this is definitely one I have a lot of trouble with. But it's going to be fun to discuss, so that'll be good. I guess Jill's late tonight. I actually spoke with her on Twitter a little while ago. I figured she'd be here.
I
Uh,
believe I sent her the link, so hopefully she'll be along soon.
Yeah,
yeah,
we gotta have those magnificent slides that she always
well,
produces
That's
for
right.
this stream.
yeah, this is true. Yeah, yeah. Actually,
And
I'm just going to take a look, see what time it was when I messaged her.
oh no.
Let's see. She actually messaged me at 5:02 asking if you were doing Lost in Space tonight, and I was still working at that time, but I did notice her message, so I quickly
I was a little
sent
late
back.
getting it posted. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's okay, Pop. I did let her know at 5:08 that I hadn't heard anything yet, and then she uh, got back to me at 5:31 that it was happening. So then I sent her, a thank you and said, well, just, tell Pop I might be a bit late myself, but I haven't heard a word from her since then. So maybe a family thing or something, I'm guessing.
Possibly. So, in the meantime, since we are here, let's say hello to the wonderful people that we have in the chat. And I'll start off with Lemon Pie. Hello, Lemon Pie. Lemon Pie says, hi, Pop. Good to see you, Lemon Pie. Hope you are doing well and staying warm.
Yeah. Hey, Jill, we were just talking about you.
Hi,
Hey,
Jill.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
No, that's
Oh,
okay.
it's okay. We hadn't even started yet, Jill.
Yeah. And hey, Scurvy.
Good evening. Good evening. Like right back at you. And Stone Rocket says, Lemon Pie, howdy. And Lemon Pie says, hey there, Stone Rocket. And Keithy, hello, Keith. Just stopping by
Hey,
for a
Keith.
little bit. Lemon Pie, welcome, Keith. And
Hey,
Keith says,
Keith.
just stopping in to figure out what I didn't understand as a child. Well, you probably did, Keith. There's not really a lot of depth to this episode, as we will soon discover. And I'd like to say hello, Edge of Time. Hello, Edge of Time. Greetings from the Edge of Time. It says Edge of Time. And right back at you, Edge of Time. Greetings. And Lemon Pie says, hail, Edge of Time. Everybody saying hello to each other. Edge of Time says, I trust the day finds you well, Sir Lemon. And Lemon Pie says, it does, thanks, Edge. I hope this same for you. And Lemon Pie says, hi, Pop, Gorilla, PvP, Stone Rocket. And Edge of Time sends
Hey,
felicitations, I believe. I'm not really sure.
Well, yeah, that's from Squire of Gothos.
yeah. Hey, Edge of Time. Welcome, welcome.
Tally ho.
Very cool. Edge of Time says things are amiss.
Or
Yes, they are.
perhaps,
Lemon Pie.
or perhaps a Mrs.
Or perhaps, yes, you're right. You could be
Yeah,
right.
you
No
guys were
Jill
missing
thus
a
far. Edge of Time says Hunter hatches from the space seed in the Micronauts. New voyages. I'm not sure what that is.
That's a Star Trek fan film I have not seen yet.
Uh-oh,
Oh, okay.
Jill. You better read this one and reply.
Where is Jill? She's at home washing her tights. I got caught up with home stuff and then I made coffee. But I'm here.
Yes, indeed.
It happens to the best of us. Edge of Time, hail, Pops. Well, hail to you, Edge of Time. And then by PvP,
You're Jill
you're
tonight.
Jill
then.
tonight then. Oh,
Okay, I don't quite get that, but okay.
It's like no one can replace Jill.
yeah,
Don't
this
quite
is
get that
before she got here.
Yeah.
And then Bryce says,
yeah,
hi,
you
Jill.
could, but you and Stone Racket would have to work together to do it.
Yes, you would.
But I don't have any of your magnificent slides.
Yeah, we were worried. Like, if you didn't show up, what would we do without your great slides, Jill? You know?
I
I'd have
wasn't
you
worried.
covered. I'd
I
have
knew
you
she would
covered.
have been here.
All right,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Gorilla would pull up the IMDb.
Okay.
No, it's not on IMDb. That doesn't have the video or the pictures or nothing. I would have had to go to a certain site, an alternate site.
A certain site.
Oh, that would have been dangerous. I'm glad we were saved from that.
No, it's the same way I
Yeah.
do my Waltons.
Okay.
Oh,
Keith
it would have
says
been
that's
fine
how.
if you put your overlay over it.
Yeah, that's true. As long as we get the overlay. As I found out with Gilligan's Island, that overlay didn't do any good. I got a copyright warning.
Oh,
But
really?
it happens. Yep. For slides, but it wasn't even video, it was slides, the part that they flagged.
Man.
Yeah, it's that
That's not
stinking
cool.
TV station in Louisiana that keeps harassing
Yeah.
Pop.
That TV station doesn't even own Gilligan's Island.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I don't
ridiculous.
I don't see myself being monetized anytime soon as long as that happens. Unless I take down all my Gilligan's Island stream.
What you need to do is find one of the big YouTubers there that have the direct line to YouTube and ask them if they could talk to their person on behalf for you to complain about that false advertising since their YouTube's not doing their part.
No, and I tried questioning YouTube on it, and they won't even answer my questions.
Yeah, we gotta.
Keith,
You got to get an advocate, a big YouTuber like Gorilla suggested to go go at that YouTube bureaucracy with on your behalf.
I don't know anybody. Big YouTubers, the biggest YouTubers I know. I think it would be LDG and Jill.
Wait, is LDG up to that 100,000 yet?
I don't know, but he's way high. Isn't he like 50,000 or something like that?
He is at 50 here the last I seen, but I haven't looked in a while. There. Hey.
Good for him.
Oh, LDG's in the chat. Hey, LDG, have you gotten your personal number to a YouTube rep yet?
Personal hotline. The backbone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you do become a partner, you are capable of chatting with YouTube, not actually on the phone, but through a chat.
Once you hit 100,000, you get a personal agent and number.
Oh, la di da.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Gosh, that must be nice. Wow.
But I can type at somebody.
Well, you type at somebody.
Well, do you get an actual person or is it an AI chatbot?
Yeah, I do get an actual person.
Oh, there
I
you
get
go.
the chatbot. Right.
There you go, Pop. You found someone who could talk to him on behalf. To ask him how to have Jill. Maybe Jill could ask about those false copyright claims.
I know, but I don't know if I want her to stick her neck out and get in trouble if something happens.
You got a personal phone number, Jill? Like, wow.
No, no, just a chat.
Oh,
just a chat. Like a typing chat, like a chat room.
Oh, okay.
She has personal DM.
Doesn't mean they're going to be helpful. But I could try.
I wonder if that's a person or an AI though. It could be just an AI you're chatting.
No, it's not. It's not an AI. I can tell. I know the Turing test.
Okay, that's good.
What's the Turing test?
It's a test to tell whether or not whatever you're speaking to is an AI or a real person.
A certain series of questions.
Yeah. Well, you just have to be natural. You can tell. It's really easy to tell.
We call it
I agree.
We call it void comp. No.
Keith says, as I always
Blade Runner
say,
reference.
I know. I was gonna answer it, but it's not appropriate.
Oh
no.
Keith says, as I always say, I understand the characters. Yes, meaning the people on the panel. And there he is, LDG. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, Pop. Likewise, LDG. Hope you're doing well. Hope Max is doing good.
Hey, Pickles.
I panel and chat. There he is.
Hi, LDG.
And Lemify says, Jill was making coffee, not washing tights. I stand corrected.
Hi, Lemon.
It's a fun idea.
Taylor Swift greater than Disney, Star Wars, MCU, and Doctor Who. That TV station doesn't even own itself. Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know why they're doing it. It's just to be spiteful, I'm guessing.
No,
so that's why I'm sure it's affecting my monetization.
Yeah, it's not being spiteful. What it is that if a company someone puts a copyright claim on your channel, then YouTube will start putting ads on that video, and that company or whoever filed the copyright claim, as long as it's not disputed and appealed, will get the money.
I know, but that's not saying that they're not spiteful. They are being spiteful. Spiteful means they're doing it just for the heck of it.
Well, they're doing it for the money.
Right. Well, let me say, hey, LDG. Go ahead, LDG. I'm sorry. Go ahead, PvP.
No, I was just going to say I've subbed to other channels that have had experiences like what you're having, Pop. Getting harassed like this. And I think it, like Gorilla said, I think it is just basically greed. They just want to get some cash, sadly, but it does seem to happen, unfortunately.
Well, it'd be different if they own the rights. At least, if they own Gilligan's Island, I can understand it, but they don't in any way, fashion, or form.
Yeah, it's
Not even
crazy.
remotely.
It's more like I think it's just YouTube not doing their job properly is why these companies can get away with
That's
this
what it
stuff,
is, right? That's
right?
what it is. When I sent a text to YouTube saying, "Hey, can you at least check to see if they own the rights to it?" They won't even do that. They won't even check.
Well,
They're just
Yeah.
taking their word for it.
Well, that's the problem with on your side there. But when you're talking, you're talking. There's 3,000 hours of video uploaded every second to YouTube. There, it'd take me a massive undertaking to sit there and patrol just the copyright part of it.
Yeah,
There.
but that doesn't mean they should just ignore it and ignore me. There should be contingencies in place. But oh well, I can't accept that too much. They don't really care about us little people. LDG says if YouTube Pop keep doing what you're doing, that's the problem, LDG. Whatever I'm doing isn't working. LDG says I love your channel base. Well, thank you, LDG. I appreciate that. And he also says hi, Lemon. And LDG says, wow, LOL. Thanks, Pop. My pleasure. 100,000 is coming soon, says LDG. I would not be surprised. Lemon Pie says, Jill isn't the biggest YouTuber, you know. I hear she's only about 5 feet tall. No, but
That's
she
a good
makes
one.
up for it in spirit.
Yeah, she's gigantic in spirit.
Most definitely.
That's a good joke, though. Oh my goodness.
It was funny.
LDG says, I will use all of my
Yeah.
success to help you guys. You can take that to the bank. Well, that's very kind of you, sir. And Keith says, I have 31 subscribers. They only give me 7 of the 30. They only give me 7 of the 10 numbers to call. Interesting. LD just pop. Please link me if it's okay. I'm not sure what you mean, LD. Do you mean put a link to your channel? I think I have it in my stream element spot. Let me know if that's not what you're talking about. Please link me if it's okay.
I
I
can
think
put
that
his
means
link in.
drop.
I think
I
that's
think
the
that
link
means.
for the panel.
Does that mean for the panel, LDG?
Yeah, I think that's what he means.
I can send him a link on Twitter.
Oh.
Bear with me here, guys. I don't really move as fast as I should be able to.
Hey, Jill, did you take note of who wrote tonight's episode of Lost in Space?
There you go, LDG. I just sent a link. If that's what you mean.
It says Carrie Wilbur.
Yep, and he wrote what Star Trek episode? Space Seed.
Oh shit. Okay. Nice.
Oh, Gorilla, time to buy a lottery ticket.
Hey, language there, Jill.
Time to
Language.
buy that lottery ticket, Gorilla.
But Mark Cushman in his Lost in Space book makes a point of saying, the script here for the Questing Beast, there was a less rewriting of Carrie Wilbur's script than his Space Seed, and he talks about Gene Alcoon and Gene Roddenberry and Dorothy Fontana. It's like, well, Space Seed is what you get with lots of rewriting by, the big three, and then Carrie Wilbur even says that he liked working with Irwin Allen on his shows because there was less of that rewriting. So it's like
interesting.
Yeah, it's like, okay. And Mark Cushman's attitude in the book is like, yeah, this is a good thing. I'm like, no.
Maybe there's a good reason that he keeps getting rewritten.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point. That's the
It
point.
seems like he needs that rewriting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
In some instances, I'm not going to say all the time, but at least this
I
script.
could see some interesting ideas in this episode that are worth discussing.
Oh
But
yeah, but
he needed some help. He
but
definitely did.
there's contradictions though. There's inconsistencies, and it's like,
Oh yeah,
huh?
it is
It's
weird.
like, huh? LDG is here.
Hey guys. Hey
Hey,
guys, listen, I
Hello.
can't stay long. How you
Hey,
doing?
LDG.
Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. I just
Hey.
wanted to pop in real quick because you were talking about it. And first of all, Pop, thank you for calling me one of the biggest YouTubers. That I actually blushed. But let me tell you something. YouTube doesn't want to give me a rep. I feel bad if YouTube ever gives me a rep because I'm going to shove my foot so far up their ass, and I will make sure that they're not going to want to be my rep. Okay, and if I get 100,000,
Language.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pop likes to keep
So
it.
I will be standing up for everybody. You're right, Pop. I'm sorry. I should have thought this isn't Rumble. and
I
Troll Lab,
appreciate
everybody.
that, LDG. I don't know what their thought process is, but it's not fair. They
You should
obviously
be
play
monetized 12
favorites.
times over.
They should be. Obviously,
Like
they play
seriously.
favorites. And
So
now they're
I just
telling me
want to
I
let
don't
you
have
know if
enough.
it does happen, I got your back. I don't care what I got to do, but I will make sure I get whatever I can do to help everybody. I will. Like I said, I feel bad for whoever rep gets me.
I
Anyway,
appreciate that,
have a
sir.
great
Very
show.
thoughtful of you.
Of course, guys.
I think
Lost in
you'll actually be
space.
constructive with it, but we'll see.
I'm gonna try. I'm totally gonna try. So we'll see where it goes. But anyway,
Thank
back to
you.
Lost in Space review.
Yes, and we will get
Yes.
there.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, LDG.
Yeah, he would be a good one to have as an ally. Let him know about this rinky-dink TV station in Louisiana that keeps harassing you with these stupid copyright strikes or claims or whatever they're called.
Warnings or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon pies is, and like I said, and it was slides. It was just slides with Gorilla and I talking over them. So
I started getting I started getting claims on my slides too, and that's why I started putting watermarks on everything.
I could do that next. That'll be the next thing. I definitely want to see Pop monetized if he wants that, says Lemon Pie.
Me
It would have been. I was just hoping just enough to pay my StreamYard's bill each month is all. Nothing big, nothing fancy. Taylor Swift says Anna, the Star Wars girl, spoke with her personal agent once, was told that you're problematic. LOL, and we're not paying you for your art channel. You paint eyes on your art channel, so you must be in the Illuminati. Yes, that is crazy. That actually happens, says Taylor Swift. Hello, Bird of Prey. Kapla, Bird of Prey. Hope you're doing well. Say hello to Mama Prey, please.
Yeah, hey, Bird, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, Bird.
Good to see you, Bird.
Kapla.
Kapla.
Taylor Swift says hello, Bird. And hello, Jim. Jim says hello.
Hi, Jim.
And
Hey,
Jim says hello
Jim.
to LDG and Bird of Prey.
Congrats on
And
5K,
LDG is
Jim.
laughing. Yeah, definitely congratulations. I tried to get on the panel yesterday, but it was a little busy. He was popular. Hello, DJ Play Nice. Good to see you. Good to see you. Pop Culture Curator, thanks for hosting. I'm just popping in to say hi and bump the algorithm rock. Thank you. That any little bit helps.
Hi, DJ.
Panel link. Okay, good. We got that settled. Jim, Bird of Prey says Lemon Pie. And then Pie says hi, Swift. And then Pie says DJ and waving. And Jim says hi, Lemon Pie. Taylor Swift says, yo, Lemon. And DJ Play Nice says, hey, the live double up. I'm not sure what that is. DJ Play Nice says Lemon Pie. He says, hello, DJ, good to see you. Taylor Swift says, excuse you, Jill. Bad word, lol. It's okay. She doesn't do it often.
So I'm sorry about
DJ
that. I
Plain
was
Eyes is
surprised.
Keith E. Rock, and I understand your surprise. And Vertebrae's LDG will likely be banned by his YouTube rep. I hope not. And Vertebrae says like he was banned from Uber Eats. And LDG says LOL. And Taylor Swift says Uber Eats? Yeah, that delivery service. And I'm sorry, I have a train in the background. Can you take over the chat for me, Gorilla, while my train passes by?
Yes.
I just started.
And,
Thank you.
and Bert says thanks all, and could you drop the link to the chat for me? It's easier that way for me. Whose chat are you talking about? Who's is he wanting?
Someone's channel link in the chat, I'm guessing, is what he's asking for, Gorilla.
I'm guessing LDG, so I put LDG's YouTube channel in the chat in
Okay.
case that's it.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, he likes to hang out in the underground there. Freethenet.org/underground. All right. Should we bring up the slides here?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, whoops, they're already up. What am I talking about? Shows how much I was paying attention. All right. So,
And I will say up front, this is a silly episode. And I do apologize for your patience ahead of time, everybody, of getting through the review. I'm going to be quoting a little bit, not a lot, from the book Irwin Allen's Lost in Space, the authorized biography of a classic sci-fi series, Volume 2 by Mark Cushman. And according to him, the assessment for this episode... Oh, before I forget, let me not get too ahead of myself. This is The Questing Beast from Season 2, Episode 17, and it premiered originally Wednesday, January 11th of 1967. And according to the assessment from Mark Cushman, it says, when but a child, this author found The Questing Beast to be absurd. This was not what I wanted Lost in Space to be back in 1967. However, now I think perhaps the adolescent in me was missing the point, and the episode is in fact rather profound. Certainly, it is daring. With The Questing Beast, Lost in Space had, for perhaps the third time following West of Mars and the girl from the Green Dimension, stepped across the line to all-out camp and total fantasy. But risking change is commendable if it serves a purpose, which The Questing Beast most certainly has. There are multiple themes at play in the fantasy story. First, the old Never Cry Wolf analogy is played out in a fresh and vital manner. Will is in awe of Sir Sagramonte until he catches him in a lie, and worse, come to realize that Sagramonte is unable to see the folly of his lying. Why are you talking so funny? Will asks when he first sees how Sagramonte will enhance, even reinvent, a tale to make it more interesting and to portray himself as more courageous and confident. Funny, Sagramonte says. Oh, well, there's a certain form to these things, you know. I mean, people expect you to build it up a little when you're telling the tale. It's merely filling in the little details that make it interesting, you know. Well, I don't want to go too much into that. The script, production number 9517, from, as we previously mentioned, was originally written by Terry Wilbur. Get my pages in order here. And written by Terry Wilbur, story editor by Anthony Wilson, directed by Don Richardson, and produced by, of course, Irwin Allen with William D. Ferrara. And it looks like, of course, as we were talking about, the script obviously went through a few rewrites. Terry Wilbur returned for this was his sixth Lost in Space episode, counting Treasure of the Lost Planet assigned before but produced after The Questing Beast. Wilbur told James Van Ice, "We certainly had a lot of fun with this one. The idea behind It wasn't is it was that it isn't the capture that counts, it's the pursuit. When the knight finally got the dragon at spear point, he discovered that he really liked the old girl, and the chase goes on. The last thing she does is go flitting off behind a rock, saying, "Ha ha ha, catch me!" And he charges after her. By the time Wilbur was writing The Questing Beast, he had written his one script for Star Trek, Space Seed. His teleplay was rewritten heavily by both producer Gene L. Kuhn and executive producer Gene Roddenberry, something that never happened to Wilbur on Lost in Space. Right, this is like what Stone Rocket was talking about, how he enjoyed working on Lost in Space more because they didn't rewrite his stuff as much. Trek was more straight science fiction. You couldn't bring monsters and such things into the stories. Star Trek had a tremendously bright man in Gene Roddenberry, but Lost in Space has a tender spot in my heart, according to Wilbur. And also, by the way, guys, according to Don Richardson, The Questing Beast was story editor Tony Wilson's favorite show. So that goes to be discovered there.
Another tidbit to file into the Museum of the Hard to Believe.
Well, there's something they saw in it, apparently.
Yeah, I kind of find this review a little bit strange so far, I gotta be honest.
It's interesting. It says production began on November 7th, 1966 and lasted for 6 days. This is the only episode from the series for which the production reports cannot be located. So that's interesting. Somebody decided to get rid of those, I guess. And of course, we recognize Hans Conried, who plays Sagramonte. For us of us grown up as kids, we recognize him as Ronway Feldman from Gilligan's Island.
And the voice of Snidely Whiplash.
Yes, mini cartoons.
Rocky and Bullwinkle. So I kind of subtitle this one Snidely Whiplash versus Witch Hazel, or June Foray provides the voice of the dragon.
Exactly. We get two people here from Rocky and Bullwinkle.
And she's June Foray is kind of using her Witch Hazel type voice for the dragon. I thought that was
from
kind of
Fractured Fairy Tales.
Witch Hazel is from Looney Tunes. The witch that every time she exits stage left or right, there's a bunch of bobby pins that are floating in midair, and she's always
she's always trying to cook the rabbit.
Cook the rabbit,
yes.
And
I didn't realize that was her.
Yeah, that's June Foray. A cup of tea, a cookie, and you.
Is she also did the voice of Rocky the Squirrel?
Yeah, she did. And
yep.
basically a lot of female characters on that show.
Oh, yeah. Lots.
Natasha.
Looney Tunes as well. And especially Rocky and Natasha Fatale on the great Rocky and Bullwinkle show.
A thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful hi.
So now we get the recap from last week where the robot's doing some work. I can't, off the top of my head, remember the name of that device, but it's something.
The atomic regulator. The atomic regulator.
Thank you.
And Pop, it is now secure, so everything's fine until.
Right. But it is now secure and everything's fine, even though we had never seen it before.
Until that knight comes blundering in with his lance and threatening everybody.
I was thinking it was something from the ship, and they pulled it out of the ship for some reason.
Yeah.
No, it's that virtual shopping mall thing that was a few episodes ago.
It's at the end of the episode.
No, I thought that was this episode.
Yeah, but it's at the end, though. That's for the teaser for next time.
Yeah, that's the teaser for next time.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
You're getting confused there, Gorilla.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There, and
Here
the
we go.
cartoon begins.
And we get the introduction to this week's, I don't know if it's an antagonist, but let's just say a character. So we
He's
get
supposed to joust
Sagramonte,
without a horse.
Josh without a horse due to lack of budget, of course. And obviously, though, they're on a sound stage, which is covered in sand. If they would have had a horse, it would have been sliding all over the place.
Yeah. Well, this is one of that one episodes that I noticed I really noticed the sound difference from now to then there. 'Cause if you have your headphones in and all that, you can really hear the echo of the off the sound stage when it gets
Yes,
to the
that is
loud
true.
scenes.
And also, when he has his
Like,
helmet on, it kind of throws the voice off a little bit. But
And I guess
yes,
he got
we get an
abducted from
introduction
Earth
to.
because he's a human.
Yeah, I would
Yes,
say it'd be the same aliens, the race of aliens that kidnapped Gary Seven and trained him. No.
Oh, but instead of alien cats, they're alien dogs, and that beagle just didn't transform for us. Or the basset hound
The
beagle.
basset hound, yeah, or the beagle,
yeah,
yeah,
I think it's a mix.
yeah.
it's a basset
It's
hound.
it's a basset hound definitely because I owned a beagle when I was a kid, and that's not a beagle.
Well, I
Beagles are
feel like
much
it's a mix in
tinier.
between.
No, that
I don't know.
beagles are much
You don't
smaller.
think it's a cross between the two? I feel
No,
like a basset hound looks a little droopier.
it
Yeah.
looks like a total basset hound to me.
no,
So
no, 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 no. That's a basset. We had a basset and a beagle. That's a basset.
there's definitely a basset hound. Yeah. Sorry, Joe.
That's why it's odd. Yeah,
It's fine.
when they show Will Robinson say, "What is that?" I go, "Come on, he knows what a dog is."
It's a basset
Yeah,
with spectacles, so it threw Will off.
yeah.
That's
He didn't
yeah. Why does
recognize
it?
it,
No,
right? Like Clark
Yeah,
Kent.
yeah,
Why does
yeah,
exactly.
my question was why does it have
apparently,
spectacles? I couldn't figure that out at all.
Yeah, we got to talk to Carrie Wilbur.
well, my first
Uh,
thought when I saw the dog with spectacles, I was like, okay, this knight's just a pawn, and that dog's gonna turn into a human or into like a wizard or something, and that's how the knight got here and all that, and he's just playing out like from 1600s England or 1500s or whenever the knights are
well,
around.
they said. I think they said that Sagramonte was chasing after the beast for what trying to show the dog is old.
Well, I
or
think it was supposed
something.
to.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to subvert our expectations there, by making us think it's like some kind of wizard or something.
You mean like it's a
Possible.
Because he kept
familiar or
talking about his
something?
cat. Yeah, well, it's been like you see that a lot in like with shows with magic and stuff. That the animals will
Usually
be
it's
like wearing like
yeah.
some glasses or something. Like
Usually it'll be a kitty cat though, right? And not a doggy.
yeah, it
You know,
depends on
because
the
witches
show.
have their cats, right? You know, they're familiars.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
then it's
it's like in
Merlin's
Cat's
dog.
Paw. It's like in Cat's Paw in Star Trek, right? You
Oh, the pain, the pain.
know.
So here's where we get a whole dump of exposition about why he's here. And apparently he's questing after a beast, which we will see later on here in the episode. So don't hold your breath, everyone. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to mute here for a moment. Okay. Hans Connery was not as old as they make him look. They definitely have him dressed up with makeup and the way they have his hair to appear older than he actually was at the time. So at the time he actually had dark hair, about in his 40s. Usually, I'll see if I can find out in the book here exactly how old he was when he played the role. And so, of course, the first thing that Dr. Smith does is sees this as an advantage to get home, even though they don't actually show what kind of spaceship Sagramonte has in this episode. Dr. Smith automatically assumes that he does have one.
Yeah, right, because that would be logical. But this episode, there's no ship.
Yeah, Pop Hans Conried was 49 when he made this episode.
Thank you.
By the way, I have a website called Alpha Control that I often go to look up the Boston Space writers to see what episodes they wrote. And I'm just looking for Kerry Wilbur. And
there he is, PvP.
no, he's not listed at all. Oh, here he is. I finally found him. I thought maybe they didn't bother listing him. Actually, he wrote some good ones too. Gosh.
Yeah. I got a question though. What is this questing beast supposed to even represent?
A dragon.
Wow.
It's a reference to a kind of medieval beast that was composed of different kinds of animals, not just a dragon, but also, I don't remember which kind, but kind of think of a hippogriff, but with the dragon and different animals mixed in.
But the beast actually isn't questing.
Gotcha.
Isn't it the knight that's questing after the beast?
The knight's questing after the beast.
Yeah, so the title I find a little bit confusing, actually.
No, it's in reference to what he's questing after.
Yeah, but it says the questing beast.
Right.
I think the beast is questing when I read that.
No. You got to think medieval. Just
But
like
don't
when,
you think?
just like when the knight refers to Dr. Smith as a villain, that is not the same as it was in the medieval times. It referred to, common rabble. That word.
I don't know.
So.
I just find it confusing. I thought like maybe the Knight's Quest would have been a better title, but that's just me, right? So
yeah, well, that's just you.
But the questing is only happening because of the dragon, so that's the quest.
yeah.
Well, spoilers, Jill. No
spoilers, yes. Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
This
know.
is not that complicated.
Yeah, I know.
Although I did learn a word today. I didn't know that swink means to work under difficult conditions for long hours.
Oh. And this is really, really bizarre. The whole thing of, Will's out there all by himself. Okay, go look for him. Get him back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I thought Marine was going to do.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the robot took a whole freaking day to report back to John and Marine about Will being.
Oh, you got there
first.
Like,
I love this line on the screen here. Oh, he'll be perfectly safe. He's with Smith and the robot. It's like, what? When has he ever been safe with Smith and the robot?
That's right. It's like, come on, John. Are you forgetting all those previous episodes? Oh, wait a minute.
They just didn't have those PSAs playing. It's 10 o'clock.
That was
where your children
You knew where your children. Yeah.
That was way out of character for John. I thought though, like way out.
It's like,
I know, right? And then he just has to be casually sexist, like, oh, it's just your woman's intuition. Everything's fine.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh my. Oh,
never underestimate a woman's intuition. It's just like it's like he should take Marine seriously here. I don't know. This is just bizarro.
We just needed the grown-ups out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then the dog with the glasses again. I'm sorry. Oh man, really?
No, I think they're just trying to manipulate you into giving it a higher score. Because there's a cute dog with glasses.
I got news for them. The dog's cute though. I'll give him doggy cute points.
Oh, don't worry. This will be calculated into my score for sure.
Well,
really, what does a dog need glasses for? Dog's primary mode of understanding the world is their nose.
Well, especially a hound dog, because my beagle used to wander off. Luckily, we'd find him there's a tragic story, but I won't go into that.
Oh, there's that logic again from Jill. It's
logic is good.
Yeah, it's good, but she's trying to apply it to a most illogical story here.
That's what makes it so much fun, though. That I'm just looking forward to the reviews so much because I want to hear.
Okay,
You
if you want me to be illogical, I wonder if he can
No.
actually read with those glasses and
There
play
you go.
poker.
There you go. Now, if
No, I
they
mean,
had a,
I'm
if
just
they'd had
being
a scene,
sarcastic here, just to be clear.
if they
Jill,
had a scene
Jill
with
applying
Bass-
logic.
Mhm.
She's doing a better job than the script editor, this Anthony Wilson, did. It's like
yeah,
True.
it's hard to believe this.
he should have gone back. He says that to Carrie Wilbur, what are you?
Episode?
I'll just
What
keep it on
is
this
this?
slide the rest of the episode.
There you go, whining, barking.
I'm still trying to figure out why the dog was even in the episode. Actually, when I think
he's
about it.
he's the bloodhound. He's got the only way that the knight can find the beast is the smelling, the ability of the hound to track it.
Now, see,
Except-
that makes sense though, because that's what hounds do. They live through their nose, right? So why it needs glasses is still a mystery to me.
Well, didn't you please recall what Pop said earlier to imply that the dog is old?
Oh,
Most logical, right?
Well, you know, yeah, whatever.
It's like whatever. It's like we can't. I can't fathom what they were thinking here.
I
just
can't fathom much of this one, so
Yeah.
I'll let it go.
Yeah, we gotta let it go.
I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go.
Well, good girl. I hope you don't. I'm really looking forward to your.
Well, I mean,
review.
just for momentarily let it go. But it's just weird. It's like he relies on the dog to track the beast, except of course when he gets help from Dr. Smith, when Dr. Smith lets him know about, it's in this cave, which the dog never found. So
wait, okay, I have a question. So is Dr. Smith just really good at making a bear growl? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really odd. That was kind of a comedic thing, but it was like, huh? There's a lot of that in this episode. It's like, huh?
Yeah, this was a lot of hob for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you should have been at the Stone Racket household back in '67. We were all going, what?
Yeah, I was probably doing the same thing back
just
when
as
I was
children
a kid.
were like, what?
Yeah,
I was
you
probably
guys were all
scratching my
going.
head.
You guys were all going, huh? I was going, I'm too sober for this.
Oh boy.
It is kind of silly.
Yeah, it's off the rails silly.
And here's where Dr. Smith gives him the exposition dump that he's hoping that he can get away back to Earth, of course.
Of course.
Undamar. That's her name.
Yep, and he doesn't know that it's a female until it talks to him. Oh, spoilers.
He can't see that there's a bow. That is a clear indication.
Yeah, it's a pink bow. I mean, it's,
Well, if it was written nowadays, I would have said, oh, come on now. You're saying that boys can't wear bows, but this is back in 65, so. Or
67.
Yeah, things were a little more clear back in those days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss that clarity, don't you?
Oh, I definitely do.
Well, your generation had Wonder Woman. Our generation has wondered if it's a woman.
Oh, that Wonder
Oh,
Woman,
my.
Linda Carter. Oh my.
Yes.
To quote Isaac Asimov, that's not good science fiction. That's just good biology.
All right, let's stay on topic though. Let's not
Okay.
I can get that this episode's. I like the ideas that this episode tries to bring forth, like trying to have a purpose in life or something. Like this is what he's trying to do, but obviously he wasted a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of time.
It's bizarre. And Cushman, of course, plays up the tender moment between Will and Smith later in the episode.
Oh,
It's kind
that
of like
is pretty good though.
it's kind of, but the thing is, it's just okay. We'll have a tender moment and we'll forget all about it next week. You know, it's just
Of course.
It's like it's like, okay, but it's inconsistent with his character because he's just going to go right back to using Will as a human shield, and
Yeah, but it's
and
bad old ways. Yeah.
it's just back to his. It's like, well,
The thing is with the Cushman, I generally think the Cushman reviews of the episodes we've done so far, guys, are pretty good. Like most of the time they're pretty on
he's
target, right? But
no, I
this
disagree.
one, well, no, but
I
this one
disagree
just went, well,
totally.
can I finish my thought, please?
No.
This one was just way wacko off the rails for me. When Pop read it, I was like, what?
Right. That's what, like I said earlier, but Cushman's just way too forgiving for some of these more juvenile episodes. He's pretty consistent at that.
This one, I think, really, really got it really wrong. Like, really wrong.
Well, he's ignoring. He doesn't mention any of the script's contradictions, and that's, it's like, well, he can latch on to the tender moments and the whole,
Well, yeah,
purpose of life, and
but it's not
and
just that, Stone Racket.
yeah.
It's the production values in this episode for me. Like, just sink it.
Well, he forgives that a little bit. He says, well, it's got a good heart. Ignore the shabbiness of the production values, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, no, we can't ignore that, or the limitations with the
Yeah.
script.
I'll get back to production values later because I don't want to delay us from continuing here.
Yeah.
Well, the production values aren't the best, I have to admit.
One thing that's cool though is all the flames. That's pretty neat.
Well, Irwin had to get those,
Hey, can we catch up on chat real quick?
That's a great idea. Thank you, Gorilla.
Yeah, Scurvy agrees with us. It looks like a Basset Hound to me. Basset Hound +1.
I didn't deny that it's a Basset Hound. I just wanted it to be a mix.
Hey, as
Yeah.
the owner of
Here-
of a beagle, I just had to mention it, Jill.
Yeah. I just thought
Yeah.
that it was
Hey.
not purebred.
Beagles are much smaller.
Hey,
Much smaller.
Jill, you want to read this one?
What does a dog need with a spaceship?
Jill?
What does a dog need with a spaceship?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Bird says, "Aw." And Keith says, "It must be an old trick of the dog because you can't teach an old dog new tricks."
Hey, maybe that's a reference
Yeah,
to
welcome,
the knight
Basil.
being
Welcome,
an old
welcome.
dog that he couldn't learn new tricks. Maybe.
Basil?
Yeah, very likely. Very likely. Hello, Basil. Good to see
Yeah.
you.
And what the heck was this? Smith actually volunteering to be a hostage? What? That is not Dr. Smith.
Well, he
well, that's
explained that later
explained.
on with the bear costume.
Yeah, that's explained because he thought that there was a spaceship because then, if this made any sense, there would be a spaceship, but it's just a teleportation.
Yep. Or explosions, Jill.
That's another thing I had, like with the Basset Hound, tracking the questing beast through scent. How would that work when they're like teleporting all over the place? Like, how would the scent travel when you're teleporting? I'm not quite sure about that one.
I keep having to spoil the end of the episode to explain this to you.
No,
But-
don't do it. Don't explain it. Explain it later. Explain it later. That's
Okay.
That's okay. Don't get upset. Don't get.
Okay.
Didn't mean to.
PvP, did you watch
Didn't
the
mean to
episode
irk you,
today?
Jill. Wow, the flames are kind of cool, though. I gotta say that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it reminds me of that other immobile dragon in that other episode. That was just like a statue.
Mm.
Yeah, it snorted smoke, but it didn't do it when Dawn walked by. Remember? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
what's the deal? It should have snorted at dawn. I guess they ran out of smoke.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't in the budget.
Yeah, they only had incendiary devices. They have a lot more budget for blowing things up in this episode.
Yeah. We need to count the number of episodes that don't have any explosions. I
The
don't think.
robot finally made it to the Jupiter.
Yeah. What are you
It
doing
only-
here? It's like, what the
Yeah.
heck kind of a question is that? It's the robot. I don't get it.
Yeah, the robot
Oh,
always.
I could tell you why. It's because he was relying on the robot to be babysitting his kid for him.
Oh, great parenting right there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Grill.
like it should be. What are you doing here without Will and Dr. Smith?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause you
Well, it
really
does say
trust
where
that-
are they, but still,
Yeah.
yeah.
But,
It's-
like you really trust Will alone with Dr. Smith?
Well, I would never,
Well,
but
with the robot. The robot will keep Smith in control, right?
well, this is probably going to
Ooh.
make John happy.
Keith,
Yeah, they're
Keith
held
is trying
hostage.
to sneak off quietly. Well, we're going to say goodnight.
Oh, good night, Keith.
Good night.
Oh,
Thanks for the
good night,
donuts.
Keith.
Jill, take
Oh.
note. Prime
Hey.
directive.
Yeah, that caught my attention. It's like, whoa, Prime Directive. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, that's not
Keith,
the first time that the robots mentioned that. And
But-
and the first time he mentioned it, I don't remember what episode, but it predates Star Trek.
Yes,
And
it
Yeah, I
does.
think
Prime
I mentioned that I wonder if Star Trek writers watched that episode and got a little clue from that. I think I did mention it.
Sure,
when
but
we
I'm
reviewed
sure
that one.
he's mentioning the robotics, the rules of robotics.
Exactly.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
in reference to the robotic laws. Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Scurvy has a question here. Stoner, you want to read it?
Go for it.
Yeah, Lemon Pie says, I saw no optometrist on the planet. So how is that dog keeping up the prescription on his lenses, I would say?
He travels to other. Okay, it's already been established that this quest is happening on different planets, different galaxies, hopping from
Right.
planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, and this knight is chasing this dragon all over the universe. And so somewhere along the way,
Yes.
he found a doggy optometrist.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how they threw in instead they said first they say star systems and then galaxies. I'm like, yeah.
Galaxies.
It's
So-
like, what is so wrong about staying within this huge galaxy of ours?
They probably wanted to make the story more cosmic.
Well, as this, you remember
Possibly.
how confused they were in a previous episode with galaxies and solar systems? It's like, I think
yeah.
they meant to say solar system, but they said, oh
Did
well.
they definitely meant
Yeah, it's-
wild adventure.
Wild, oh, one of Jill's favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a sequel to it.
Yeah.
That's how great it was.
Well,
Now-
I was actually
Yeah.
pretty generous when we did Green Girl the other week, but ain't gonna be so generous tonight, I gotta say.
Yeah, we figured.
I don't get you at all, PvP. What's your problem with this episode?
Oh,
Well, they have to make all the
I-
grown-ups stupid for one thing. Like Don here is like, oh, if there was something here, I would have picked it up on my scanners. Like as if he hasn't encountered weird aliens that have come by other means before.
I'll list my problems towards the end when I give them a review because I don't want to give any spoilers. So
Now remember, Jill, remember how Don was when in the invaders from the fifth dimension when a little blip showed up on the scanner and it was just Maureen and Judy that saw it, and then Don was very dismissive. It's like, yeah, okay,
I guess
That-
it's within character then.
that's the old trusty scanner. It's like,
I guess it's within character then, but I watched a lot of Nickelodeon growing up, and this feels like a Nickelodeon cartoon to me where all the grown-ups are Nimrods and only the kids are cool and know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
well, finally, a bright spot enters the episode in the character of Penny.
Yeah, because Penny is a kid, so she's allowed to be intelligent in this episode.
She's probably the most intelligent thing in the episode as far as characters go. Penny's pretty well written in this episode, in spite of the flaws that I've noticed watching it. But yeah,
She's meeting the space puppy.
say puppy.
I don't care about the glasses. I don't see an old dog.
No, I don't see. I just
see a cute dog with glasses on.
Yeah, that's what I see too. Exactly, a cute dog with glasses. Yeah. Oh, geez, Will's got the helmet on. I forgot about this. Oh, geez.
He actually does a good job with the humor. The what do you call it?
Slapstick.
Slapstick. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like when he drops the lance and it kind of wobbles. It's like, yeah, that's made entirely out of wood. It's not that heavy, Will.
Yeah, I think they were wooden ones back in the day, weren't they?
Yeah, but he's acting like it's a lot heavier. But it's kind of funny when he banged into the rocks there with it.
Well, this is the part where the knight is telling Will the true story of what happened. That he kind of sliced the beast a little bit, but got thrown back. And they're carrying
Right, we're
on.
getting a little more truth from Sagramonte. And of course, now we get Penny, who immediately finds the beast, quote, beast, and they hit it up as friends pretty quick.
Is it all right if I read a little bit from the book here?
Please do. Thank you.
Yeah, they quote some lines that were cut out when Penny's like, "You can talk," and Gundamar says, "Of course I can talk. I can discourse in 9 languages, speak fluently in 24, and make myself understood in 30. Dear Papa was professor of intercultural relations at the university." And then Penny is like dazed. She says, "University?" And Gundamar says, "Of Booties, a highly regarded school, I might add, most exclusive." I thought that was kind of a cute bit that they shouldn't have cut out. But anyway.
That would actually add a little bit more depth to the episode. I'm sad they did.
Well,
cut that,
it was just, I like those lines from the dragon.
no, but they were actually, intelligent lines. Like, gosh, I wish they had left them in.
And of course, when you teleport, there's an explosion, right, Jill?
Gotta
Yeah,
be.
every single time. Every single time. I remember
Yeah.
that from all the years of watching Star Trek. Is every time
Yeah.
they go on the transporter.
Yeah, it wasn't
Everything just gets
sparklies.
exploded.
It was explosions with lots of sparks and smoke.
I bet Irwin had a certain percentage of the season budget set aside just for explosions. Just
The
to
thing
keep
is,
himself
though,
happy.
they did really good teleporter effects before.
Yeah, I like that beam of a light with when Will went back to Earth, and then
Yeah.
they did the same thing with Prisoners of Space. They had a beam of light teleport them, which was pretty cool. Teleport them to the courtroom
Do you
or
think that
the tribunal.
was that maybe more expensive budget wise though, and they just went with cheaper
Yeah.
explosions?
How much did it cost, Jill, every time they did a transporter effect in Star Trek?
I don't know that answer.
$10,000.
No way.
Yep.
Whoa.
10,000. So
Boy,
I'm imagining
wow.
it would be similar to like the beam of light effect, maybe. It's pricey with the opticals back then.
Gosh, some of those Star Trek episodes where they did a lot of beaming though, that must have really cut into the budget. Like,
Yeah,
big
and also notice
The phaser effect
that's
as well
why.
was expensive.
What was that, Pop?
The phaser effect was also expensive. They had to
Yeah.
account for that every time.
Yeah, and take note and just think back in your mind all the episodes where you hear the transporter effect, but they don't actually show it. Just to
good
save
point.
money.
Good point. Yes.
And there's that bow, clear as day.
Oh man.
I think more often they did partial effects, like part of the transporter effects. Like you see the end of the effect.
Right.
Right.
I have a bit of a memory of that.
Same with phaser effect. You'd hear it off screen. It always saved money, right?
Speaking of Star Trek effects, have we been to the part where he's? Yeah, has Will brought him his napkin?
Or when they play the
Yeah, I think that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and did you guys notice the effect? It was a
photon torpedo
photon torpedo effect
when
when
he
he
when he snagged his
when he
mustache.
when he uses his mail sleeve, his chainmail sleeve, to wipe his stash, and it
Right.
made the photon torpedo effect. I'm going, wait a minute, what?
That was like, huh?
Yeah,
And
it's like
clearly it's obviously not chainmail. You could see it is made out of a material.
right. Because if it was chainmail, that would be quite heavy for poor Hans
Quite
Conried.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. With the suit of armor, yes, I would say so.
In this episode, you can also call it My Friend Gundamar.
Oh,
I
well.
did think about that episode.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Okay,
no,
okay,
don't think about a better episode. Don't think
okay,
about a
okay,
better
okay.
episode.
You're just talking about one of my favorite episodes, and
Yeah.
you just dragged it down to a very basic level for me, and I'm like, oh, I'm upset. I'm upset.
Well, that's my top favorite Lost in Space episode.
And it's up in my top 2 or 3, actually. Yeah.
Also, the one that follows. What was the next one after My Friend Mr. Nobody?
Oh gosh, it's been so
Invaders from the
long.
Fifth Dimension, which is
Oh,
That's a
that was
probably
good.
too.
probably my second favorite.
Yeah, that's a good
But
one too.
yeah, the first 5 episodes though are all of those are in my top 10 as well.
Yeah, it started.
Yeah,
Lost in Space
those
does
are
start off.
exceptional.
Lost in Space hit the ground running in the early episodes for sure. It really did. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked how they used bits and pieces of the original pilot and they sliced and diced it over several episodes. I
think
Hell,
like that.
five. Yeah.
Even the season 1 episode with the space cowboy is looking pretty good now.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Traveling Man
At
and
least they had a good actor in that one. Yeah.
Warren Oates. I can't what was his name in that episode? I just remember his spaceship's name,
man, I don't
Traveling Man.
remember.
At a spaceship.
Yeah.
It's
Hap
like in
good.
leaps and bounds.
Hapgood. Yeah. Thank you,
Oh wow,
Pop.
good job.
Oh, good one, Pop.
Hapgood.
Hey, welcome, Euler Greg, and welcome, Taylor Swift.
Welcome,
Maggie's
Hello
been
there.
here.
What was he?
Hi, yeah. Hi, Euler.
I actually have a season 3 one I'm looking forward to. That's one of my favorite episodes too. I gotta say.
And so,
The Matter Antimatter Man.
You guessed it.
And did you like Hunter's Moon?
I can't remember enough, but I don't think I like that one as much, to be honest.
so now he's
I
lying.
have to
Like
rewatch.
now he's crafted his encounter with the beast into a tall tale.
Uh-oh.
Yes, and he gets taller and taller.
Yes, Will just thought that Dr. Smith was the only person who ever lies ever. And so he was expecting everybody else to be truthful and
Well, welcome
Anybody
to
who
the
looks
real
like-
world, there, Will.
And this was Will's big hero. And now it's all a lie. It's like, Will, you always look up to your dad. Isn't your dad your hero?
Yeah, it's
Well-
not good to put people on pedestals because it quite often doesn't work out too
puppy.
Yeah.
well. He's cute. He's
Yeah.
cute.
Everyone, don't put the puppy on a pedestal. It
No,
I
just,
already did.
it's
Now,
just,
I got a question here.
He might fall off if you did.
All right.
oh dear.
All right.
Well, he's got glasses.
I got a question. How are those
But
glasses?
there's no
staying on
lenses
him
in them,
for those
though. It
years?
looks like.
What
How
was
are they
that?
staying on his face? How are they even
Girl,
staying on his face?
That's what I was asking when I was watching this last night. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
it's-
guess they must have taped it or something.
They've got, well, on either side there, it's behind his head. They probably have it rubber banded.
They probably have a little
the
strap
bow-
or something.
the bows.
Yeah, yeah.
There.
Okay, sorry. He's really distracting.
He's cute. He's a cute doggy.
and Gundamar is not distracting. No.
No.
Well, not in the same way.
Taking a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! It's like a Dr. Smith moment. Oh my.
Penny and Gundamar holding hands.
Yeah, little Penny's gonna protect the big dragon.
Yeah.
It's like, is there anything that any creature that Penny can't befriend given half a chance? It seems to me. It's like, it's amazing.
Well,
That's
we're the
Penny.
parents
That's
telling them
Penny.
not to talk to strangers.
Penny's she's just trusting. That's the thing. Like, she can see. I think she has like a sense. She knows if someone's not bad or if they are bad, and she can tell. Pretty quickly. I
But
think.
there are a lot of character issues with the dragon. First of all, the dragon is upset at having to be chased all over the galaxy, but as we learn later,
Right.
the thing we learn later.
That's the big inconsistency. It's like what?
That's
And
the
then
big
Yeah, it
reveal
then-
at the end
makes
of the
no
episode.
sense. No, make
And then-
doesn't
but
make
I know
sense.
we're going to talk about that one later, but for this one there's a smaller inconsistency where she's like, I better hold on to you, because if I let you go, you're going to tell somebody about me and they're going to come hunt me.
Okay.
Right.
Hey, is it Pop? Is it all right if I read this section of the
No,
Cushman?
but now, I wasn't
Please
finished.
do.
But
Go
now,
for it.
okay, so that wasn't my complete thought. My
No,
complete thought
go
was
ahead and
that
finish.
the dragon said, I have to hold on to you, otherwise people are going to come hunt me. But now the dragon is letting her go. So I'm glad the dragon isn't holding her hostage, but I
Yeah.
was driven by the dialogue to believe that she was going to do that. Okay, I'm done now.
Yeah, in this particular sequence in the cave, they had some problems with the dragon costume.
Oh yes.
And Don Richardson, the director, also had trouble with the other end of the dragon. He lamented, then the dragon had a big scene in the cave with Penny, and the dragon started to walk out of the cave, and her hiney fell off. The whole back of the suit tore open, and you could see the underwear of the actor inside of it.
Oh no.
So we pinned it up. We called Red Skelton's brother, who was our prop maker, and he brought out staples, and we stapled her hiney on. We did that. We did like 15 takes, and every time she made an exit, the hiney fell off. I had a very imperious assistant director named Gilbert Mandalik, who was a great character by himself. He was on all the shows, and I used to say to him, Gilbert, we are losing the war. Get Irwin on the phone. He would stride over to the phone like it was the Second World War and get Irwin. I got on and I said, Irwin, we sewed her hiney, we stapled her hiney, and we tacked her hiney. This dragon, every time when she starts to leave, her hiney falls off. And Irwin he said, wait a minute, just hold it. Let me ask you something. Isn't she supposed to be royalty? And I said, of course, she lives forever. She is royalty. So Irwin said, when you leave in the presence of royalty, you never turn your back. You walk out backwards. I said, yeah, so. And he said, have her walk out backwards. And for a minute, it sounded reasonable. And I said, okay. I hung up and thought, wait a minute, that's not right. Get him back on the phone. I got him back on the phone and said to him, the dragon is the one leaving, not Penny. When royalty leaves, they don't turn around. And Irwin said, nobody will know the difference.
Oh, because the audience is dumb. Oh, thanks, Irwin. Gosh.
Well, we know the difference, don't we?
So we got modern Hollywood right here then with that.
Well, wouldn't Penny be the one that would back out because she's in front of royalty?
That's what that's the point of what
Yeah,
I
I
just
just wanted
read.
to, clarify, right? So yeah, man, Irwin. Oh, thanks, Irwin. What
Thanks,
can I
Irwin.
say? Ugh, cringe. But that's a good point about the suit. I'm gonna.
Judy sighting. Judy sighting.
Oh my goodness, it's rare. It's rare.
Lovely Judy.
I just want to mention quickly though that that was one of my big issues with the episode was the dragon suit itself. I'll wait till I give my review, but that was a major stumbling block for me in this episode was the actual look of the costume.
I am shocked.
But I don't want to like delay or drag it
Yeah.
down or be negative. I'm gonna like like ha ha ha. I'll keep the negativity right till the end.
Well, remember PvP. Gundamar is royalty, so respect. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Maybe that's why
goodness.
they had the-
Yeah, go ahead, Pop.
Maybe that's why they had the dragon lay down and go to sleep instead of exiting the cave.
Yeah.
Smith fibbing again.
And Will growing up.
Oh yeah, it's such a just a and John here just called this out right away, especially when he knew that Will was home. He should
But this
called
is a
it out.
pivotal moment. Dr. Smith is admitting that he was lying.
That's not really
Doesn't
a
do that
character for
often.
Smith, though, is it? Has he ever done that before?
Only when he's
No.
called out on it. Only when he's cornered.
Yeah, he was called out on it by Will, and he's feeling guilty. He's feeling guilty. Like what?
When
Yeah.
did he ever feel guilty before
And
about
and
anything?
Jill, from this point on, Dr. Smith will be a changed man, and you'll
Oh,
see
he's
it in the
turning
very
over
next
new leaf.
episode, and the next, and the next.
So from now on, Smith's going to, jump in front of the kids and take the
Tell the
phaser blast,
truth and
whatever.
protect the kids.
Take the laser blast.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be there for Will and to be a good role model.
That's right. He only cares about being
Oh,
a good
dear.
man. Oh boy.
Here, let's catch up on chats here real quick.
Thank you, Gorilla.
And Scurvy's asking how Basil is. And Scurvy wants you to read this one here, Stoner Hackett.
Lemon Pie says that dog is the most intelligent one in the episode. Look at those glasses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I totally agree there, Lemon.
No argument.
So, do you want to read this?
Lemon Pie says, "Go ahead and read it, Applejack." Are you referencing Night in the Museum? That reminds me of Mickey Rooney. You guys familiar with that? He said, I don't think he says Applejack. He says Cracker Jack, I think, but it reminds me of that.
And Greg says, "Cheers!" Still cheers there.
Yeah.
And we're getting
Cheers,
our
Ola Greg.
turquoise. We're getting our turquoise.
Oh,
flavor
there we
turquoise.
go. The turquoise peoples.
Hello.
Hello.
Taylor Swift is laughing and it says, "Looks like a scene from the Waffle House." LOL.
Oh my goodness. I've got to visit that Waffle House if they have dragons.
Wait, did I miss a big old brawl here or something?
Yeah, that's all I know Waffle House for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
It does kind of throw you off to see Dr. Smith suddenly be so sincere.
Yeah.
And
It's like, okay. See, Pop's dogs don't even buy it. But that's a nice line. Don't be in such a hurry to grow up, dear William.
yeah, it isn't really worth it. It is a wonderful line.
Wonderful line, but it's stuck in an episode of. It's a problematic episode. That's all I'll say.
Like I was thinking, maybe he's helping because he sees himself in the way the knight is behaving, and he's finally feeling some guilt over it.
Yeah.
But it's just, a broken clock theory.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
So,
Sorry about that.
here, Stone Racket.
Lemon Pie says, "I'm glad Stone Racket embraces my new nickname for him. I mean, Applejack is my new neck.
now
I'm
Applejack.
so tongue tied. My new nickname is
Yeah.
Applejack.
How do you
You're
like
now
them apples?
Yeah, I know it's based on that now.
Ah,
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, I got it. I was just too tongue tied to express it.
You're
Clearly.
now officially Applejack, like he is known as Scurvy.
Well, I don't call him Scurvy. I call him Lemon Pie.
No, I do.
Yeah, I know, but I refuse to use that nickname for Lemon Pie.
Oh,
well, Lemon's very creative, I gotta say. So I'm not surprised he
Well,
came up with that nickname.
yeah, he's extremely funny. He's comedy gold, Lemon. You're comedy gold.
Yeah, I should have kept a list of all the egg mug jokes he made, and I probably could publish a small pamphlet by now.
Yeah, there's
Hey, hey,
Lemon
PvP.
Pie and Euler Greg and Reluctant Dragon and Edge of Time. They're pretty darn good with the humor.
Yeah. Hey, PvP. There's this wonderful thing called YouTube where all his eggnog jokes are recorded.
Yeah, I know, but I would actually have to go and watch like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of streams to write them all down. And you think I have that much time, Gorilla? Come on, man.
Yes.
No, I don't. I don't have that much time. Oh my, that would take years to write all those down and find them. Oh my. Oh well.
Well, Dr. Smith is trying to convince the knight to confront Gundamar to help Will restore his childhood, I guess. I don't know. I mean, why, if you think that's a problem.
Which makes a little sense according to Dr. Smith's character, but oh well.
Yeah, well, he knows he got cornered there, and he knows if he loses Will support, he pretty much loses everybody.
Yeah. Basically, Will is the only one who really puts up with him. So he's trying to save the only friendship he really has.
You know what I don't understand is the knight here is feeling remorse for damaging Will's innocence. Like, he saw, in his eyes that, he lost it or whatever. But, Will has, should have lost his innocence like dozens of times from Smith already, because Smith has lied to him so many times. I can't even begin to count it. So I'm like, I don't know. I know they're trying to go for a nice sentimental, heartwarming scene here, but when I think about it logically, it's not quite clicking for me, if you know what I mean, guys.
No, I have no idea what you mean.
It's against character.
We got it. It's there's so many problems with this script, but oh well.
Well, it has been a recurring theme that Will is generally he's intelligent, but he's very naive, and he'll buy a lot of things that he shouldn't buy.
Yeah.
Even from Smith, even knowing the way that Smith is.
But I find it interesting the first time he's losing his innocence is when the knight lies to him, and all those dozens of times previously when Smith has lied to him, Will didn't quite get it. Like, it's like that makes Will kind of look a little dumb, doesn't it? Like,
well, the thing is though, they're trying to, make it the point that Will, it's kind of a form of hero worship for between Will and the knight, and there's definitely not that between Will and Smith.
Yeah, okay, that could actually save the scene then for me when I think about it.
But the thing is, Will already has a hero, and that's his father. because Will looks up to his father and greatly respects his father consistently, and they
And
have
his
they have
father,
they
and
have,
his,
they have a really strong relationship,
but his
and
father doesn't lie to him either. So yeah, that makes sense,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, that's one of the strengths of Lost in Space is the father and son relationship,
Well, the whole
and
family
you
dynamic is
know,
one of the
well, I'm
aspects I
talking
love
about
about it.
what impressed me as a child.
Oh, I thought the whole
You know,
family impressed me as a child, but I get what you're saying
Oh,
about the dynamic between father and son. Yeah.
hey, have a good night, DJ.
Hey, good night, DJ. Rock on,
Good
buddy.
night.
Good night,
Good night,
DJ.
DJ.
Take care.
good night, DJ.
I just don't know. Smith, oh man, he doesn't seem in character here with these lines.
But Will agrees to go with him in the morning.
Hey, welcome, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty, R37.
Hello, Scotty.
Hooray.
Hey, Scotty.
Just in time to see Gundamar and her bright pink ribbon.
She's going to sacrifice herself because she feels sorry for Sagramonte.
It's
And
like, huh?
yeah, right. Why?
Why?
What's
Why?
going on?
She's been running from this guy for 40 years, and all of a
It's
sudden she wants to sacrifice herself.
it's the quest. It's the quest. And it's like, are you forgetting something there, Gundamar? It's like
Gosh.
you're giving the knight purpose. Oh, wait a minute, I'm jumping ahead of myself.
Yeah, I think I kind of summed this one up when I put in my subtitle in my avatar. I think I kind of nailed it, actually.
Oh, this episode.
Well, you got a bit of a wait there, PvP.
I can't deny this episode was entertaining. Not maybe in a good way, but entertaining nonetheless.
But like you said, the fire's cool.
Yeah,
I do like the fire.
That's
yes.
way cool.
And I like the Basset Hound. The Basset Hound's cool too.
And
Roaring.
all these 40 years, they never talked until now.
And with look at that purplish pink smoke.
Whoa, yeah, psychedelic.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking
cool,
the person in that costume must have been gagging. It's been hard
Oh
for them to
my
breathe during that
goodness.
scene.
Yeah, Angela Cartwright comments on that in the Cushman book from one of the interviews. She said that she felt really sorry for the people who had to wear those costumes because they're basically recycled from other Irwin Allen shows, and they stunk.
They were recycled.
Oh,
Gee,
yeah.
really? I never would have guessed.
You know, they just and they stunk, and it's like,
yeah, yeah. I wouldn't want to.
Stop it this minute, you silly man.
They couldn't figure out how to talk to each other this entire time until Penny.
Right.
Yes.
Never bothered.
It took Penny.
Penny's always been the peacemaker. Lots
Yeah.
of episodes. She's the peacemaker, you know.
Yeah.
So here's they decided to make peace. And Sagramonte hadn't realized that for 40 years.
Hey, it's the
that
universe
it's a
now, by the way.
intelligent.
It went from galaxies to the universe there.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere, PvP. No matter where. There's no
Sorry,
limit.
Pop. I didn't mean to cut you off, Pop. Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to cut you
That's
off.
no big deal.
How'd you travel through all those star systems?
Well,
Magic.
Yeah, right. It's magic. Gundamar finally admits that she's the one who's been making this whole quest happen. She's made it so that Gundamar's made it so that Sagramonte is able to find her because she's teleporting him. She's teleporting the knight everywhere, all over the universe.
Why?
Why? I don't know. She didn't say why.
To humor the old fool.
Those were the happiest years of my life.
The dragon. Okay, Scotty's asking, why is there a knight? The dragon decided that she wanted a knight to chase her around for 40 years of her life. So she's teleported this knight all over the universe to chase her all over the place, all over the universe, wherever she wants.
She wasn't very considerate of the knight's feelings then, was she? Poor
No,
knight.
she's basically just letting him waste his life on a bogus quest.
That's kind of nasty. Actually.
Okay, now I demand a similar scene between Penny and Gundamar, where Penny goes, "You lied to me in the cave. You lied to me. You said you were in deathly fear of this knight."
That would have been good.
It's like, yeah, it's
right.
like
She could have had the same moment as well.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Darn. But
He never looked old before, not really old, the way he looks now. Oh, dear.
And then they go run off together and get married.
That was the very weird part, though. It's like she wanted to be chased because she had a thing for the knight, it seems, towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And I'm like, this is beyond bizarre. Like, this is like weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's like
Lost in space. This is like lost in writing or something. I don't know.
It's like catch me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, now she's completely flirting with him.
Yeah, now this is where it just turned into a game of tag, and it's like 20 minutes ago in the episode. I was like, no, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do that. They're not going to turn it into a game of tag, are they?
Jill, where'd the puppy go? Where'd the puppy go?
Left the dog.
No, puppy's gone.
Mm.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. No, Lost in Space isn't allowed to have a dog.
They can only have a bloop.
Yeah, I mean, we never see her.
Well, once in a while, but you know. The rest of the time, I have no idea.
Her name is Debbie.
Her name is Debbie.
I just refer to her as a bloop.
I figure she's just always raiding the food stores.
Get back.
Yeah.
They must have a special room for the bloop to hang out in when she's not in an episode, I'm guessing. You know, with lots
Maybe
of...
the bloop craps all over the place, so they put her in Dr. Smith's quarters.
That I'd like to see. That would be
Look,
good.
Gorilla. This is the machine you were talking about earlier.
Please take note.
We saw this before, this machine.
Yeah, we saw this before. Golly gee whiz. Where?
From an actual good episode. So hopefully the next one's good.
So you're talking about just pretty much any episode previous to this one, Jill?
No, the Android machine.
The Android machine, my favorite line. She took my pointer.
Yeah, I need to get that clip.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Well, look at the GIF in the upper right-hand corner.
Oh,
there's the robot with his pointer, and there's
yes, I remember. Yes, I was just, whatever. Oh gosh.
That's my favorite of season 2. So I like that it's the GIF.
Oh, okay.
Warning.
Hey, it's a warning.
No, Jill.
Oh my God.
Go back one slide. Where the robot is saying the hyper stuff. Tell me, what is hyperatomic matter?
Super atomic.
Yeah. It's like, what? Boy, that sounds fancy.
Maybe it's similar to antimatter, but it's like a cousin to antimatter, but it's like a little bit different.
No, it's like Jill said, it's super atomic.
It should have been cosmic.
I'm guessing it's a highly radioactive material.
The fissure you have crossed is filled with hyperatomic matter. It looks like a fog machine going to me, but oh well.
You know what I love though? The robot is giving all these warnings, and Smith is going, "Oh, don't worry about it, Will. It'll be okay."
Yeah, just like the last time you fiddled with that machine.
Fiddle with another alien contraption,
it's like the robot warned.
Yeah,
the robot warned him back then, and here it is.
Peril, and just go for it, Will.
Yeah. And they all died of radiation poisoning.
The end.
You think Will would actually clue in at this point, though? You know, oh my goodness, my brain
Well,
hurts.
Yeah.
especially when last time Mr. Zomdish told him nothing was free, and they would owe
Yeah.
money for what they ordered.
Yeah. Uh-oh. There's another explosion, Jill.
Or when Alan's happy
Hey,
again.
hey, the explosion has a
Oh,
bunch of three-legged people in it.
Yeah.
oh boy, wow, yeah.
Now, Jill,
And
do
we
you
get our
have
closing credits.
Jill, do you have the 20th Century Fox slide?
No, I don't go that far. I just got it for Hans Conried.
Yeah.
And
But whose name is always there at the 20th Century Fox slide as head of production?
I don't know. I never make it that far anymore.
Okay. It's this is something I've been wanting to say for quite a while, but William Self is in charge of television production for Fox, and he's famous for a particular character in a science fiction movie that was released in 1951. And Jill, have you seen The Thing from Another World from 1951?
No, but I'll put it on my list.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see
Well,
the one with Kurt Russell?
there's no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
No,
the
but I
19.
just asked Jill if she
Yeah, could I finish, please? Can I finish? The Thing from Another World from 1951 does have William Self as an actor, and he's the one that's most frightened by the thing in the block of ice, and that's all I'll say. So make sure you watch that sometime,
I was
Jill.
just trying to ask Jill if she had any familiarity.
Yeah, but you were
at all with the
interrupting
Thing.
me. You were
Well,
interrupting me.
Sometimes people interrupt me, and I try to not be impolite. But oh well.
Well, you
whatever.
just were.
Okay. Well, I guess I should just maybe leave the panel then.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just that you were interrupting me. So.
And sometimes I try to make a comment and you interrupt me.
Yeah, that's because I'm not finished talking.
Oh,
And I don't get to finish
Well,
either sometimes.
you know what? You know what though? Let's.
Uh,
It'll be fine. So
yeah,
Naraka
let's
told me
move
about a
beyond
cool
that.
movie, and it'll be fine. It'll be cool.
I never wanted to
Yeah.
start it in the first place.
So
let's move
what did you
beyond
want to
that,
say?
shall we?
Here, let's
PvP,
catch
what
up
did
on
you
chat.
want to add? I didn't
Thank
catch
you,
it.
Gorilla. Right, thank you, Gorilla. Let's move beyond that.
All right. Pop's dogs love this canine episode.
Yes, they do. They're
And
chewing right
DJ says,
along.
life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it. F. Bueller, gotta roll out. And take care, Deej. And Taylor's like, what? LOL. And Sky said, I missed it, DJ. Ahoy, y'all. This is one
Hello there.
horrendous dragonette.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah. Puppy with glasses adorbs. That's a bad monster suit. Am I too late to ask why there is a night?
No,
Yeah,
I think Jill
Jill.
answered that.
Yeah, Jill answered that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I did answer it because it seemed like an immediate question that needed to be answered.
Yeah, thank you,
Scotty
Jill.
said okie dokie and said, when is Lost in Space going to meet the Harlem Globetrotters?
Probably never.
That's
not
the
never seen
Gilligan's
the movie.
Island.
Scotty, it's season 4 whenever they get around to making it. A poop box. I love listening to people love stuff. And welcome to the
Cool.
man of many words there, Cody guy. Welcome.
Hey, Cody.
Hey, old Cody guy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well,
Yeah.
sir.
And Scott says radioactive, planetary, radioactive. And he says Eric's. You know, and Scotty finally admits the truth. Yeah, I'm the problem. All right, we're all caught up.
As a reminder, everybody, there is a poll in the chat. Feel free to vote if you'd like to. You could either vote on what you think of this episode or what you think of our coverage of this episode. Perhaps consider hitting the like button. And if you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel. I do have a lot of content on there, as well as some amazing friends here that you see on the panel that also have some great content on their channels that we like to share. So before we close the chat, or the poll in the chat, um, I know I'm asking for it here, but I'm going to go around and ask for each person's opinion on this episode here. So if it's okay, I'm going to start with Gorilla's random thoughts. Gorilla, what did you think of this episode? And tell us about your channel.
Okay, this episode. Put it this way, I turned it off and back on 4 different times today. I was like way too sober for this dang episode here. We got a dog. They didn't even. I swear, like Ryan Johnson went back in time that told them to put some glasses on the dog there to subvert people's expectations. Because I thought this was gonna be a turn to the wizard that enchanted him. Then he got that bad dragon thing, getting chased around. I was like, oh, cool, cool. We got the night he's chasing the monster. He's gonna slay it, and maybe he's gonna go back in. Nope. Yeah, I predicted it 20 minutes from the end. I was like, no, 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 no. They're not gonna be like falling in love and then playing tag at the end. No, no, no. I was like, oh. I was cussing up a storm at this point. People were wondering what at work why I was cussing at this whole thing. I was like, I was getting so irritated, man, at this. This is this is I'm going lower than last week. So I'm giving it Birds coveted FU out of 10. I get one per season. This is it.
Cool. And what about your channel? Tell us about your channel, Bird. Gorilla.
I would say we were watching 2 episodes of Justified. We should have Cringe Stock on Thursday. They're watching Jack and Jill. So Walter's episode is the marathon, and if I remember this one, it's good. But then on Saturday, as long as I don't fall asleep out on the lake there, we should be reviewing the episode Fallen. And on Sunday for Sunday Cinema, it'll be Sharknado 2.
Really cool. And plus you have some great shorts out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, I got a bunch.
I appreciate you spending time with us, Gorilla, and thank you for helping me with the chat tonight. Great job.
Not a problem.
And what about what say you, Stone Racket? What say you about tonight's episode?
I gave this episode an F for farce, because that's basically what this was. And I already talked about the inconsistencies with the script, with Gundamar at one point saying how much she fears the night, and then at the end we find out she's the whole cause of the enchantment and causing the whole quest in the first place. And it's just a little too much for me. So that's why I gave it such a low grade.
Well, that's fine. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here and spending time with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
PvP, what say you about this episode?
Well, I guess I might be the lowest one on the panel rating wise. I give it an F minus. I hate this episode. I've always hated this episode. The first time I saw it when I was probably 8 years old, I hated this episode. I just think it's stupid. I think it's badly produced. I think it's badly written. And you know what really kills it for me is that damn questing beast costume. It's like, come on. I'm used to bad, aliens and creatures in Lost in Space. Often they're kind of fun and kind of quirky and charming in a goofy way, right? But let's face it. You look at this questing beast thingy. you look at it and it's like, okay, if this was the costume in a high school play, on a high school play, it would be acceptable. In fact, if the kids actually built it, I would applaud and give them thumbs up and say, "Good job, kids! Like you really worked hard on that costume." But don't forget, this is like major network television. Like this is like major network television, and we got a costume. Well, it was mentioned earlier, the hiney kept falling off repeatedly because it was so poorly constructed, right? And I just think I think it's the worst looking alien costume in Lost in Space for my money. And this is this might be my least favorite episode in the entire series. I know I sound harsh. I don't try to sound harsh, but I got to be honest. I just don't find much. The only little nuggets of quality I got. This was once again was when Angela Cartwright was you know trying to be the peacemaker. But other than that, man, I gotta say, I just don't. I mean, Paul, John was out of character. Smith was out of character. I'm sorry, but I just think this one's a stinker. And yeah, so yeah, it's an F minus for me, guys.
You don't have to apologize. Anything you'd like to add about your channel?
Just rock and roll. I just put up albums every week. Just go check it out. Check on playlists if you want to see what I'm doing. Just check on the playlist, and you should be able to find anything anything newer there. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you for joining us tonight, PvP.
Always glad to, Pop, and thank you for having me.
Yeah,
And
PvP.
Jill,
My
let's say-
score was PvP. My score was lower than yours.
I give it an F minus. That's as low as I could go in the poll.
No, I give it
Well-
Birds coveted FU out of 10.
Whatever. It's all bad. You know what I'm amazed at is the spread of ratings it got, but I won't mention those now. I'll let Pop talk about that when he finishes up the wrap up.
And how about you? Let's see you, Antiderivative Jill. What do you think about this episode?
So, are we talking about Lost in Space? Because if it's a Lost in Space episode, yeah, of course this gets an F. But I was watching this and I wasn't seeing Lost in Space. I was seeing, the Rocky and Bullwinkle or Looney Tunes or, Fairy Tale.
I know.
I can't, if I'm reviewing this as a science fiction story, yes, there is none. So I would have to give it an F. But if I review it as a cartoon, just a goofy cartoon, it's kind of a C. but that's not what this is. Of course, it gets an F. But if I could review it as a cartoon, it kind of reminds me of cartoons I watched when I was a kid. That where the grown-ups are kind of dumb and the kids get to be smart and they learn something in it. And it was pretty cool to see Dr. Smith admit to lying and having a sincere moment with Will. Of course, I guess Stone Racket's saying this doesn't carry forward in any of the other episodes. So overall, I'm mostly disturbed by this episode, and that I don't know where to place it really, because it's not a Lost in Space episode. It's a fairy tale cartoon. But it takes the idea of a live action cartoon to a new extreme that makes it hard to take seriously, especially the motivations. Like you guys said already, that why a sentient dragon lady would decide to fool a knight into chasing her for most of his life. So now that he's old, she's like, oh, and Penny got in the way. She finally admitted what she's been doing to him this whole time. And she expressed to Penny the distress it caused her. And yet she's responsible for her own pain if she's being truthful about the distress. It's so
Yes.
weird. It doesn't make sense. And also it's revealed that she can teleport others to any planet and even any galaxy, indicating that she could, if she wanted to, even if she had to do it one by one, because I don't know really what her powers are, escort the Robinsons to Earth or to their desired destination in Alpha Centauri. But of course, I guess, I don't know if she can teleport all of Jupiter too, but if she can travel anywhere in the universe, then why should there be a limit on the size of things she can transport? Since this is a
True.
wild magic fairy tale cartoon anyway.
Very well thought out, Jill. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah, but it is a shame that these episodes don't carry forward, because there is something slightly character building for Will here, because he has been built up as a brilliant but naive kid. And this could be seen as his realization that, or the loss of his ability to trust everyone as much as he does. You'd think he'd learn that from Dr. Smith, but maybe he just saw him as an outlier, and seeing this dishonesty in others that he admires throws his trust for everyone into question. And so I thought that was interesting, but I guess since it doesn't matter next week, I'm done for now. And as far as my channel goes, I wish I was watching TOS, but no. But I am reviewing Star Trek Continues, so we're gonna go 5 weeks to explore Star Trek Continues with Vic Mignogna, and that'll be a good time. And that'll be tomorrow at noon Central. I'll be reviewing the
Which
first episode, the first
Go
one,
ahead.
but also the short little vignettes, the little 2 or 3 minute episodes. I guess, I don't know. I guess they used as promotion. I'm not sure what they used them for. But then on Friday, I'm going to talk about the Phantom Menace, because I guess it's a anniversary of sorts, 25th anniversary. And on Wednesday, I'll have a member stream.
Very nice. Very cool. I appreciate that, Jill. And thank you once again for the great job on the slides tonight. And thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
And I'd have to go along. I'm not going to be an outlier on this one. I'd have to go along and agree with most of what everybody else said. This episode is definitely at the bottom of the list. I'd give it an F as well. There's not a lot of detail I can add that you guys haven't already said. But you're right. The production value, the script was really weak, and it's too bad about the costume. Even as a kid watching this, I realized that. So, watching this as an adult, my opinion hasn't really changed as much. It's nice to get Hans Conried in there as a guest star. That's one highlight of the episode. But other than that, it's fairly unforgivable. It's too bad. Even the cast, from what we read in the book, the cast knew when they were making this episode that it wasn't really on par. And this was also right about middle of second season. So a lot of the cast were once again voicing their opinions about being dissatisfied with the size of their roles. A lot of them are doing interviews. There's some sizable interviews in this book here where they're talking about how they're not happy with what's going on. And they're speaking to their agents, but most of them decided to stick to their scripts and their contracts because they knew that it did not look good if you left in the middle of a contract. These days, I don't think they care about that. I think they just leave whenever they want, so it doesn't really matter to them. But yeah, I'd give the episode an F. Unfortunately, I hate to have to do it, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Tomorrow night on my stream, we should be covering the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. On my horror sci-fi stream, that'll be at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And Wednesday, we'll be covering 2 more episodes of season 3 of Gilligan's Island. We're getting close to the end of the 3rd season on that one. And then Saturday, hopefully, we will be back with another. Did you have something to say, PvP?
Oh, no. Sorry. I should have muted. I just had to clear my throat because I get congestion. I'm sorry.
Saturday, we'll be back with another episode of Rumblings from the Lava. And that'll also be at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But I only wanted to say, most of all, I appreciate it to all my fellow panelists for coming out tonight and enduring this episode. I knew after watching it would be interesting to hear your opinions, which I highly welcome. I don't care if they're negative or positive. I welcome all opinions, and I appreciate and I love you guys in the chat for being here as well and putting up with us because I know it was kind of a crazy night when it comes to reviewing. We usually do serious sci-fi and programming like Star Trek, but every now and then we're going to get episodes like this. So you've got to take the good with the bad, I suppose. I'm going to go ahead and share the results of the poll, and let me end that. Bear with me, everybody.
While you're doing that here, I'll catch up on all the. Holy crap, the chat really took off.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
Sometimes
Jill, you
Rosa.
want to read
Thank
this
you.
one? Jill, you want to read this one?
Lemon Pie says, "Gentlemen, cool your jets. No one wants an apple eggnog war."
No, I don't. I
True.
don't either. Actually, I don't either. I
There.
just want to make a comment. If I can make a 10-second comment once in a while, but maybe I should. I just shouldn't do that. Sorry.
All right.
Being
And,
passive aggressive doesn't exactly help the situation either.
I don't think I'm trying to be passive aggressive.
Well,
It's
you
just-
are. You are.
Oh no,
It,
I
it,
don't
it is
think
a
I
thing.
am.
Well, it is a thing where both people do need to consider that the time that the other person wants to speak.
No, it's just Joe. I try to limit.
And it's also
my,
a matter. It's also a matter of keeping things cool. Like if there's an interruption, sometimes it's not going to take too long. I think it's important for people on YouTube to realize that you can take the time to say what you want, but try to limit it so it doesn't feel like you're talking forever. And
Yes.
then yield and learn how to gracefully yield the time without having to get upset.
That's why I try to always limit my comments to like a minute or less. I think I often succeed at that. And if somebody wants to interject a comment, I have no problem. Like if they want to, say, I just want to say this. I was like, okay, go for it. Like,
Say something like that dog discovered the cork. Yes, because
yeah. So
that dog is
I,
the most intelligent character in this episode.
I think you guys know that
And well, the idea is to keep it fun, PvP,
I
and so
value
you're
everybody on this.
carrying
I
on, and
value.
you're carrying on, and
I
I'm
just-
trying to roll over it, and
I
you're
was just
you're
going to
just
say I
continuing
value
for no
everybody in the
reason.
stream, and I just try to respect everybody. That's what I just wanted to say.
Oh yeah, I respect you too.
all right.
But also, we gotta care about the people who are listening and keep it fun and cool for them.
Well, I try.
Yeah. PvP, you want to read this one?
PvP has playlists even during the eggnog off season. Well, of course I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Scurvy says, Gorilla's Wacky Channel. Well, thank you for that, Scurvy. And Jill?
Jill has a great sci-fi channel, and
Yeah.
it's yeah, I do. Thank you guys.
Hey, I won't be like last week there, make
I
you read
agree.
the entire thing. Yeah, Basil says, Jar. This guy says, I just received reserved the 1998 Blu-ray, $21. Okay.
Cool. That's cool.
And Scurvy says, very split poll results.
Yes.
And Scotty says, I never saw it, couldn't vote. I tapped out at tonight.
The night was in the teaser, so you would never have watched it if you saw the teaser. He stopped watching it before the theme song started playing.
Yeah. And PvP says, yes, Scurvy, very surprising. And Basil says, hearken, I hear speak of dragons here. Be clear, there are many imitations, yet only one truly great dragon. That be me. All hail the great Basil.
All hail.
Oh, hey, I'll throw hail at you, Basil. But I'll be nice. I'll only make a golf ball instead of volleyball size. And Scotty says, Apollo.
Yeah.
The Basil says, hail Brother Greg. This guy says, here, Stoner, you want to read this one?
Shut up.
Scotty R37 says Grant Imhara, the
Imahara.
Imahara,
Uh-huh.
who is that?
That's
The guy
he
that was
plays
on
Sulu.
Sulu on the Star Trek fan films, and he was also in Mythbusters. And he passed away,
Yes.
unfortunately, of a brain hemorrhage.
Mhm.
James Doohan's son, I believe, ain't it?
Well, that's the
We're talking
Doohan
about somebody
boy.
else.
Well, the comment
What's the
talks about
Dohan
both of
boy? What
them.
does that mean?
Doohan boy, that was misspelled.
Doing
Oh,
boy. Okay.
James Doohan's
That's a
son, Chris.
correct.
And what's that got to do with Grant? I don't get it.
Well, they're both in Star Trek Continues, and I'm going to talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, they were both in the fan films. And sadly, yeah, Grant did pass away from a brain hemorrhage at a rather young age, which was tragic because I used to watch Mythbusters and he was a pretty awesome dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's really creative, brilliant guy.
Very
Oh
brilliant, too.
wait,
The stuff he could build.
that's a Grant on this. Okay.
Grant Imahara, yeah, he was brilliant. He was a really awesome guy.
Yeah.
Okay. And welcome, Daniel's Hot Topic there. Yes. Hi, Pop. How's it going?
Good, Daniel. Good to see you, Daniel.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey.
And welcome, Suzanne XT. Welcome.
Hello, Suzanne. Hope you're doing well.
And everybody's just say hi to each other. Skirmish
Cool.
says, Pop, it's always enjoyable to be here in the chat during your streams.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you, Lemon.
Yeah, we enjoy you here too. And keep it
Definitely.
coming, Pop.
Thank you.
And
I'll do my best.
And everybody saying hello to everybody here, asking how they're doing. Sky says, Suzanne, sorry for the short form misses. Huh. Dear Jill, you want to read this one?
Nope. No apple eggnog war. That can be messy.
That's right.
Especially if it's applesauce.
Yeah.
Applesauce with eggnog.
Stoner, you want to read this one?
Edge of Time says you can't keep a good nun down.
Hey, Daniel's like, there is an apple eggnog? I never had that before.
I hope not.
I gotta say, that sounds kind of revolting, actually. I ain't drinking that.
Hey, tell you what. Someone send me $50. I'll get some apple rum and I'll get some eggnog, and we'll make it a thing.
There we go. There's a challenge.
Okay, is that going to be like a drinking stream you do, Gorilla?
I'll do it on the stream. I'll even mix it up on stream.
Okay, as long as you don't have to watch you, when you get
That's
sick.
the whole point.
Hey, PvP. That's the only reason someone would pay $50 for that.
Okay, well, it's your channel. I mean, if you want to, get the bucket there, that's fine with me.
Hey, for an extra $50, I'll forget the bucket.
Oh, that sounds messy. That sounds messy.
All right, so Sky says I can be passive aggressive, but you wouldn't care what I think. And Sky's like, cork?
Yeah, it's not that cork, Scotty.
Yeah, in this game of ping pong becomes fatiguing. It's a particle, Scotty. Next week, Doctor Who returns to our screens, or some people now call it Doctor Wolf. I haven't even really gotten into Doctor Who yet, so yeah, it's good.
I call it Doctor Later. That's what I think about it. Dr. Dunn.
You still there, Gorilla?
Yeah, I'm still here. Scotty says, I really enjoy the Star Trek Continues. I don't care for Todd Haberkin corn. And Tomorrow I will be baking up apple. Oh,
Baking?
baking up apple fritters.
Sounds
Yeah,
yummy.
Sky says I could go for an apple eggnog.
I'm not
And,
surprised, Scotty.
and Scurvy says apple eggnog sounds delicious to me.
Oh my.
And Taylor's just giving us the turquoise waving hands again. And Sky says Scurvy, right? Uh,
Hey, Jill should have read that last one.
whoa, I missed this one.
Yeah, the
Jill.
one Matt G sent.
Matt G. Hello.
There you go.
Hello.
All right. Scotty says my Doctor Who experience ended with Capaldi.
I didn't before that, but yeah. I actually
Yeah.
should watch Capaldi because he's a good actor, but I hear the scripts let him down.
Yeah. And Suzanne, have a good night there.
Good night,
good night,
Suzanne.
Suzanne.
Good night, Suzanne. Sorry your phone's dying.
Yeah. And Scurvy says Scotty and I share the same decadent tastes. Alrighty. Pop, we're all caught up.
Thank you, Gorilla. And we have the results for the poll. Looks like we had 11 votes. Thank you for voting, everybody. What grade would you give the Questing Beast? And it looks like A plus to A minus got a 27%. B plus to B minus 27. Oh, yeah, it is pretty even. D plus to F minus 27. And 2 votes. No, I'm just kidding. C plus to C minus 18%. So that's not bad. That's pretty even across the board. So yeah, thank you everybody for voting and participating. I really do appreciate it. I promise the next week's episode will be better. So I know we may have had a
Gotta
stinker
be.
tonight, and I do apologize for that.
Oh, we'll be
But
better,
I'll do
Bob.
my best. I'll do my best to try to keep the streams themselves fun and entertaining.
It's important to go over the poor episodes along with the great episodes. It all deserves a chance.
Yep.
An analysis.
Well, it's like they say, you can't have the highs if you don't have the lows.
And sometimes some of the poor episodes are what we consider poor episodes tend to be a little bit better after we review them. Not so much this one, but some of the other ones have done so. Is there anything any of you would like to add before we close this out?
Nope.
Not
I'm going to
really.
be okay. Well, once again, I want to thank everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat. And I will be showing the clip here for next week's episode. Bear with me.
Oh yeah, next week. Yeah, next week. Haha, yeah, next week.
Which hopefully will be a little more action filled too, hopefully, compared to this one.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
I mean, besides the 20 or 12 explosions.
Besides the 12 or 20 explosions, exactly.
Yeah, we should do a count of how many episodes that don't have explosions, because that would be interesting.
It's going to be hard to find, right? We'd have to go back and start over.
I bet there
But
wouldn't
thank
be
you,
many,
everybody. Drive safe, everybody, wherever you're at. Stay warm. Take care of your family in peace. And here we go with next week's episode.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Warning! Warning!
If it plays. Well, maybe we're not going to play tomorrow, next week's episode. I'm sorry, guys. I have to compete my bandwidth. I have to compete against my roommates. And sometimes I end up on the losing end of the battle. Oh, what a disappointment. I'm really sorry, everybody. But with that, everybody, have a great night. Take care. And hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow night on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Have a good night, everybody.
Sleep well.